The National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons is seeking a different approach for durable solutions in tackling the challenges emanating from refugees in Nigeria. It disclosed this at a briefing in Abuja while rolling out the activities to commemorate the World Refugee Day. Our correspondent, Tijesu Adeoye, reports.
In a world where violence and conflict has forced millions of women and children and the vulnerable to flee their homes, there is now steady rise in the number of refugees we have each day. The UN says 20 persons every minute become refugees as a result of war or terror. According to the UN Refugee Agency, about 65 million people around the world are forcefully displaced, and 1/3 of this number are refugees. 51% of the global number of refugees are under the age of 18. Also, 86% of the world's refugees are hosted by developing countries.
This is the Wasa community, which has become home to a sizable number of refugees and displaced persons fleeing violence and conflict in their communities. Now, all they represent are statistics of the global refugee population who are gradually becoming disadvantaged.
And now they fear that what they once called home will soon be taken from them.
Now the problem that we are facing is here now. Government, they are ready to pursue us inside these houses. That way, even last week, we go inside town to go meet a commissioner of refugees because of the problem that we are facing it because of these houses.
Say they want to pursue us here, no place to hide. We even lie or complain to the national refugees. Last week, we went to the peace protest, but even now we did not hear the complaint.
The overwhelming needs of refugees and displaced persons around the world, the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons is seeking an increased intervention from government, civil societies and the private sector.
The government is doing its best to see that we support these displaced populations in areas of care and maintenance, as well as by way of durable solutions. That's in the area of empowering this displaced population.
It is important to empower the refugees and the IDPs so that at least at the level of their basic needs, they can meet their basic needs without waiting for assistance. So we are investing in livelihoods.
One of the things that we can also support our member states, which we plan to do this year, is to hold a regional conference with private sector and to really sensitize them that this issue is not a government issue. This issue, we are seeing increased number of migrants and displaced persons, and they can play an important role.
The World Refugee Day is slated for the 20th of June each year. The theme of this year's celebration, Step with Refugees, is to galvanize support and increase solidarity for refugees and displaced persons across the world. Tijesu Adeoye, TVC News, Abuja.